So here we are starting a series on graphic design principles, and in today's video you're going to learn what hierarchy is, how it's used as an expert designer, and also you're going to learn some secrets along the way. Now it's great being able to show people how a design looks, but even more impressive if they can actually experience it too, and this leads to them understanding how it's going to behave. And so learn more about Framer later in today's video and how to show off your designs. Now hierarchy is one of the main fundamental design principles. And as a designer, hierarchy is so important as it creates order of importance within the design elements, and it also directs attention whilst making information easy to understand by the viewer. And don't worry, I'm going to explain everything in detail so you understand fully what hierarchy is and why you should be using it. So the three-stage process of marketing hierarchy is as follows: attract, which is bringing in the viewer; intrigue, which is spiking their interest; and then delivering the message. These are the three steps a viewer will go through when viewing an effective design, and that viewer probably won't even be aware that it's happening. But let's take a look at an example that explains this process. This Adidas poster is a prime example of this triad of marketing hierarchy. The shoe and the paint splash across the shoe is the initial aspect that will grab the attention of most viewers. This is the thing that will draw them into the design. Secondly, the quote, "time to change up," will create some kind of intrigue and interest in that person, and this is going to hold them long enough so they want to read on in the design. And then below we have the message delivery. The design is literally a visual trap in some aspects, because it draws you in, makes you interested, and then you've read the message the designer wanted you to read, all because of hierarchy. When using hierarchy on your designs, you will probably use several different versions of it on one single design. Here are a few of the main ways to use hierarchy. So firstly, color is highly important, and it is a great way to attract or to place things in an order. There is actually a chart that places color in order from the ones that are most attention grabbing all the way down to the ones that are less attention seeking. Now red is a color at the front of this chart, because it's the color your eyes will go to first and foremost. This is the reason for notifications and alerts often being red or orange on app design. Now you can draw the viewer's attention to a specific area through color alone. One common tactic is to have a dull, even grayscale design with one single element in color, as you can see here. Another common but essential hierarchy method is to leverage the use of size. The larger something is on a design, the more important it's going to appear. It's also the first thing the eye will actually see and view when someone's looking at your work, and so it can be used as the first part of a hierarchy process that we spoke about earlier, and that is the attract phase. You will often see this in advertising campaigns for, say, cell phones or watches that depict their product as a huge part of the design, a kind of focal point, and this is often where the consumer will begin their journey whilst viewing the design. Size is also very important when concerning hierarchy of typography. You will see this on magazines, advertising campaigns, posters, and even website design. Main headings will be large and often just a couple of words or a short sentence. This can be the attraction phase. Then we have the secondary heading that might cause the intrigue, and then the smaller text, which is often the body text or the message. So as you can see, typography fits nicely into this three-stage process of marketing hierarchy, and I'm sure you've seen it pretty much everywhere. Color of typography is also a great method, as seen here in this Nike advert. Having text at different sizes and also weights would also look 10 times better on a design, as opposed to everything being the same appearance in terms of typography. I'm going to leave you with a kind of hierarchyception thoughts that I came across not long ago. A magazine can be thought of hierarchy in of itself because the front cover is what draws you in, and then the contents inside is the secondary and third phases. But once you actually peel back the pages and look inside, you have a double page spread that has its own ecosystem of hierarchy, with headings, imagery, body text, and so forth. But even on a small section of this double page spread, you can find little worlds of hierarchy in action. Say for example a small image with a heading below it in a bold font, and then body text below that in lighter fonts. Hierarchy is literally everywhere if you go looking for it, and your designs should include hierarchy so you can allow the viewer to understand the information, and also so your design goes through that 3-stage process of attraction, intrigue, and message delivery. Now, interactive prototyping is the best way to communicate your app and your website designs. The sponsor of today's video, Framer, is a no-code, free-to-use tool making it easy for anyone to become a prototyper. So you can import your existing work and quickly swap out your static elements for pre-built interactive components. This includes things like sliders that actually do slide and inputs that can be filled, as well as buttons that can actually be clicked. Building out a full user flow is super simple as well. You can just link screens, buttons, and menu items, and pretty soon you will have a prototype that clearly communicates your vision to whoever you want to show it to. Now sign up for free by visiting framer.com/Satori Graphics. That link is down in the description box below, so do give it a try if you are a web or app developer. And if you do want to learn something else today, click a video on screen. And until next time guys, design your future today.